Hey guys, welcome to the Just Face It podcast. Today here I am joined by the Psychoscrast
Hello.
and Richard Photos.
Hey, how's it going?
Um, so Richard Photos is another Facebook streamer that we've met recently. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I started out streaming playing Apex Legends. Played all through season one and had a fun team. And then they started playing Destiny, and I got tired of randoms, so I started playing on PC and got taken over by Overwatch. And now that's my life: Overwatch and work.
Nice. So how long have you actually been streaming?
I started streaming like mid season one of Apex, so not that long. Maybe like
It
what's
was
that?
March.
Maybe six months, 7 months, around there.
Gotcha. And what
And I
what
started
are
on Facebook. I didn't have like a Twitch or a Mixer or anything like that. I just came right to
Oh, gotcha. It's quite the jump.
background. Yeah.
So what originally got you into streaming?
Um, Honestly, I don't know. I just thought it was fun. I had most of the stuff already around anyway, just from my music production background. And it's just like another way to kind of hang out with friends. I work till midnight, so some of my friends are off, they're already laying down or whatever, ready for bed.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're hanging out for an extra 20 minutes, because I'm streaming, it's just an extra 20 minutes to chill.
Right on. All right, so we'll go ahead and jump into our next subject. There's been a few changes to Facebook gaming this week. Nothing crazy big, but just minor. The first one I personally noticed, at least on the web browser, they've changed a little bit how the reaction replies and all that go when you're talking in chat with somebody else. They've changed the formatting of it, put it off to the side instead of just the typical like button like you would see on any other post. And then they've added this program called mentorships that applies specifically towards groups. I've noticed it in the Facebook Gaming Creators group where they'll ask certain members to fill out or if they want to be a mentor to other people in the group. Um, so I was asked to do it. I went and filled it out. I haven't really seen anything come of it yet. You go through and you fill stuff out about yourself, how long you've been doing, tell people what you can or can't help with. And then in a section of these groups, there's going to be you can find a mentor as well. And they have you talk with each other for a few days. And then when you decide, both parties decide they actually want to continue on with a mentorship, um, they more or less pair you guys together. So you only focus on that mentee, and you're only getting advice from that single mentor. Um, Literally just had this pop up the other day, so I haven't seen much come from it. Happened mainly, or I only saw it in the Facebook Gaming Creators group, but I've seen it appear. Apparently, they're rolling this out to every kind of Facebook group out there. So I think it's kind of a neat thing. And a lot of the time in those gaming creators groups, I'm seeing lots and lots of questions and very basic questions, you know, revolving around OBS, how to run things, bitrate, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully this kind of helps eliminate those questions by helping smaller people get help from bigger people. So that's all the changes that I've seen this week. Going on to our news, we'll just jump right in. Our first big one this week is Discord is shutting down its Nitro games library. Apparently, so console gamers may not know this as much, but Discord, the community chat app for that PC gamers all use, they had a Nitro membership, which was $5 a month. And it comes with a whole lot of perks. One of the perks being that they can play any games that are sold through Discord. It's very similar to PS Now or Xbox Game Pass, that same sort of thing. But apparently they're shutting it down due to a lack of use. The numbers of people playing the games just didn't justify them paying the license for everybody to play it. Have you guys ever done this? Are you guys Nitro members? You played any games through here?
Yeah, I am a Nitro member, but I've not played any of the game.
I actually just heard about the Discord Nitro like seriously 3 weeks ago. So I think it's really funny that now it's getting shut down. But when I looked, honestly, there was no games on there that made me wanna join for the game service. You know what I mean? Like that's not the perk I would have paid the $5 for.
Yeah, I mean they've had games on it for about a year. It's basically after 1 year that they're closing that down. I mean, I keep Nitro just because some of the other perks that go with it, higher quality, bigger upload sizes, that kind of stuff that's useful to me. But the games were always just kind of a nice on the side. Here you go. But I never really played them just because looking through their library, like you said, it wasn't anything special. And most of the games on there, I personally almost had all of them.
For me, it's like if you're gonna do the streaming thing, you have to really push it like the streaming. Like you have to have like Gears of War 5, like Xbox is gonna have to get people. You have to have like those 5 or 10 big games to have people use the service for that, like how Game Pass will do. But then they just cram it with like 80 games I probably will never even install, you know?
Well, there were a lot of indie games and it was good for like indie developers, but you know, and there were some good titles on there like the first Risk of Rain and stuff like that. But I already own that. I think a lot of people do, and a lot of their I think their more popular ones that people played through there were games that were already free to play, like Paladins. So I mean, everything else with Nitro is still going on. Is the takeaway from this? It's just you're not going to be getting a free 100 games through it. You're still going to be able to get like your extra content through Nitro. Like you're still going to get your free crates and stuff and Paladins from Nitro, and all of that. But yeah, and it's just the free games are going to shut down. You will still be able to buy games through Discord. They're still going to be operating as a storefront. There's just going to be no free game subscription model.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really blame them for stopping it. Most of the games on there weren't really worth playing too much, or you already owned them anyways on other platforms.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Cool concept. But honestly, I like the audio boosts better with the perks that you get from people boosting your server. So,
yeah, for sure. I think I did see something about them. They're going to be kind of reworking in lieu of this. They're going to be kind of reworking some of the Nitro perks. One of them is I think they're going to be cutting down the amount of Nitro boosts needed to boost a server by half, which is awesome. Because there's so many people that use Discord, but there's still a small percentage that actually uses Nitro. So if you do have a smaller size server out there, it's hard to get it boosted up there. The only ones that I've seen like really get max boosted are the ones that are the servers that have 50,000 people in it.
Yeah,
like it's hard to get up that high.
I think my server is level 2. I think you boosted it and I boosted it, so it might just be level 1.
Yeah, I think that's to get to the first level. I think it takes like 6 or 7 boosts to get to 2. And that's one thing that bums me out is like the boosting thing's cool. But yeah, you need at least 2 people on a server to boost it even till level 1. Which is a little frustrating if you're like, this is my server. I want to put it up there so I can get that like nice little custom banner thing on the background of it.
Yeah.
But oh well. On to our next bit of news. I'll let you talk about this one a little bit more, Justin. Keep hitting the wrong button.
Oh yeah. So EA launched a surprise beta, like public test, for specific members who signed up for their Project Atlas, which is their cloud streaming service, very similar to Stadia. The trial had 4 games you could play. You could do FIFA, you could do Titanfall, Need for Speed, and Unravel. Unfortunately, I was not able to get into it, so I didn't get to play or test it out to see how well it worked. But from what I was reading from people who participated, you definitely need very stable internet. If it's spotty at all, it just messes up quite a bit. But it only cost $10 to actually go through when it fully comes out. $10 a month. It's a little steep, but it'll have access to all EA games at that point in time. So if you like, I don't know, what has EA got that's worth playing anymore? Titanfall 2, I suppose. Or if they ever come around to fixing Anthem, that could be a good alternative. Or if you just want to try those games out without real commitment, pay for $10 for the first month, give it a try. Once again, you have to have nice, stable internet. Otherwise, you will be disconnected quite a bit. That's all I really got on it.
Yeah. I don't know. It bums me out. EA's got a solid catalog. I mean, like as far as their older games, especially. I mean, you got the BioWare games, Mass Effect trilogy and Jade Empire, and I don't know, there's a lot of like good older games on there, but
yeah, I mean, the only game they really got that's doing anything is Apex, and that's free. So
yeah, that's definitely their most played one. Even you go through like a lot of, I like the current Battlefield it didn't perform quite as well as they were expecting. You can still no issues like finding matches on Battlefield 5, but you hop on to even some of their older Battlefields, which are more popular. It can be a struggle to find a match sometimes.
yeah.
So yeah, hopefully they. I don't know how popular their service is going to be in comparison to everybody else, since everybody's launching their own streaming service anymore.
Yeah, I mean they went into this with the Origin Premier, anyways, for PC, and then Origin Access for console, and that didn't really get them all that much money either. Because once again, what do they really have besides Apex, and that's already free?
Yeah, I mean, I did it just a couple times for games that were coming out that I wasn't quite sure I wanted to go and drop $60 on, which is what I did with Anthem, and I'm glad I just did the $10 instead of the 60.
I did that too. I did $10 for like a month. We played Anthem for a month, and then I was like, "There's no depth to this game," which is sad because it has so much promise.
So beautiful, really fun to play. Just only to a certain point. Yeah.
Did you guys get to use the Google Chrome streaming service at all?
Stadia. I did play the back before it was called Stadia. The beta they did with Assassin's Creed. It ran pretty well.
I was a part of that one too, and I thought it worked really well. I was wondering if EA's maybe was.
Yeah, I would assume so. They have a bunch of data centers all around the country as well. I think the closest one to me would be in Iowa, but the closest Google center was in right outside Chicago, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I really wish I got to play it. Like I signed up, I was hoping to get picked, didn't get picked.
I looking at the titles, it's kind of like a weird 4 for me. Like I'm not a soccer guy, so FIFA doesn't interest me, and then Titanfall 2, like, well, The game's old. I don't know why you'd be like, "Hey, come play this for free." Like, oh, it's old.
It's old, but it was a great game.
I still got a pretty high player count too for
Yeah.
for it being an older one.
Yeah. I don't know. I've kind of been waiting on these streaming services just because it already takes a decent amount of bandwidth anyways when you're streaming and streaming the game and then streaming it out. Like, I mean, the only time I stream every time I play video games. I almost never just play them offline. So I've been kind of hesitant about trying these. I don't expect Origins is gonna do as well, or even like any publisher. I can't imagine they're gonna do as well as like Stadia or xCloud from Microsoft. I think those big names are gonna be the ones that will perform well, just because they're behind these. They got these huge companies behind them with tons of money that have already been building this infrastructure for years. Xbox Live is already really solid. Google, yeah, they've got data centers everywhere. EA, Ubisoft, all these other publishers. I think every single one of them's gonna launch their own streaming service, but it's not gonna be. They haven't been working on the infrastructure the same way for the last 20 years.
Yeah, they've been just releasing games, not really working on hardware.
Yeah,
Google owns the world. There's no way around it.
pretty much.
And like these EA ones too, like it kind of locks you into they're not gonna get access to their enemies' games. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that like automatically limits to who. Like, if you like EA Sports games, like this is good for you, but I only play Madden. It's not worth me paying $120 a year when I pay $60 for the game.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's just, it's the era we're entering into. You're seeing it with movies and televisions and television series, and now you're seeing it with games. Is everybody's wanting their own.
Steam just needs to release theirs.
Yeah, Steam will take
Right.
everything over.
Everybody.
Right. Everybody saw how well Netflix did, and they're like, "Oh, well, we wanted some of that," and so it's
Yeah, and
it's back to this.
big thing that people don't understand, and this is what always worries me about just random gamers getting into these programs, is your data caps on your internet a month. The average person only has 320 gigs. If you're going to be playing a 4K game, streaming a 4K game, you'll go through that in about a week, and then your internet bill is going to be ridiculous. Sure, you can pay the extra $50 for unlimited internet depending on the company. Like Comcast will do, I think it's $50 extra, and you get unlimited internet. I have Spectrum, and I pay an extra $45. So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is this like from the net neutrality thing? Because like
no,
in
there's
California, we don't have that. As far as I know, I've never noticed.
no. You also have data caps.
Oh, shit.
Yours might be higher. Nope, data caps has always been a thing if you're going through an ISP. It's much like cell services. They'll never cut your internet off, but if you hit the cap, they're going to throttle it, so you're not going to get your full speeds.
It's going to go really, really slow. Yeah.
Yep.
So they're dirty. They've been dirty. No.
Mhm.
No.
Oh, always.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, net neutrality just makes it worse.
Okay.
Moving on to our next story. It's just a real quick one. Streamlabs has launched their Prime subscription. On the topic of subscriptions. So you subscribe with Prime each month, and they'll have a bunch of custom pre-made themes, overlays, and all that kind of stuff for you to use on your stream. They're still keeping all their previous ones that were available for free as free, but the subscription service lets you get new alerts, new overlays, all that kind of stuff for people willing to pay for their Streamlabs Prime. It also, this last year, they launched their store where they've got a bunch of widgets and that kind of stuff through Streamlabs, like Pretzel Rocks or Monster Cat, stuff like that. This will also include all of those apps in there as well. So for starting streamers who don't know their way around OBS, want to add a little bit more, it's an option for you, I guess.
Huh.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah.
Just go to Fiverr and get a guy to do it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, everywhere's adding subscriptions.
That's a really oddball one.
It's I've never been a big fan of people using the Streamlabs overlays. I'm telling you, I can tell when I go into someone's streams, you can tell if they're just using a Streamlab overlay for a variety of reasons, like you've seen it before, or they don't know how to place it correctly. It's very generic looking. Start out if I'm just gonna say this, guys. If you're starting off streaming, just start off with your webcam. Keep it simple, and then just add little bits on from there. Go to Fiverr and spend $5 and work with an artist there. And if you want to overlay for your webcam or something like that, but I mean, there's so many other options. I can always tell when somebody's using one of the free overlays from Streamlabs. It's easy to tell.
I don't know. I'm a purist. I still don't use an overlay. I have a little camera border, but that was made in Photoshop. So
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm one of the Streamlabs users.
And I mean, it can look totally fine. But there's definitely ones that I see just all the time. Like for the stream starting soon or their be right back screen. Like you can just, I don't know. You can tell.
Because for me, I like it, it's like I've seen even bigger streamers like Pool Shark or somebody. I've seen them like have streams that I've seen in the Streamlabs like themes, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of corny because you guys are, I don't know, doing it like full, whatever. But I would also rather have like a be right back sign from Streamlabs than looking at like an empty chair for 2 or 3 minutes at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ouch, chair crest is hurt.
Oh man, throwing shots.
It's okay.
I don't know. To me, it's like this is an oversaturated market as is. There's so many people vying for that top position, and you're taking the same layout, the same look and style as thousands of other people. You want to, because everybody's trying to do this because it's so oversaturated, you want to try and stand out a little bit, and using those pre-made ones that everyone else is using. To me, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're not helping yourself stand out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They are good for people who are like anytime I've had a friend who said, "Oh, I want to give streaming a go," be like, I've always told them go Streamlabs, just because it's the most user friendly, and because then they can learn how to use those overlays and that kind of stuff. It is a good program for people starting out in streaming who are too intimidated by OBS or XSplit. Can help them. Going on to our next story. A man was sentenced to 15 months and banned from gaming after fatal swatting incidents.
No.
Yeah, this happened a while back. A man named Casey Viner hired somebody else to basically. Well, let me start over. People who are unfamiliar with what swatting is, people will basically fake calls to SWAT, the hardcore breach and clear arm of the police who take care of the real bad guys. They'll fake calls into them and have them come in on streamers or gamers they don't like on the internet, and a lot of times it ends up to death and injury. a really terrible. It doesn't even feel right to call it prank. But yeah, anyways, that's what swatting is. This one happened a while back. This guy, Casey Viner, hired somebody to set up a SWAT call on 28-year-old Andrew Finch over in Kansas, and it led to his death.
I remember this.
Yeah. Yeah, Viner was upset about losing a $1.50 bet in Call of Duty World War II, and so he hired somebody else to make the call to the police. It's so messed up that people do this. So he's getting 15 months, and apparently he's banned from gaming activities for 2 years. This is just my personal opinion. I think that is way too low for something that led to the death of somebody else. I think that is 15 months is not a long time, and just being banned from playing games for 2 years, that seems lenient to me.
Yeah, no, that's really low, especially for like manslaughter.
Yeah.
So that's what that is. Chicago and Cook County, sorry. Oh God. He would have gotten at least 5 years, which is still relatively low in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know. It upsets me a little bit. You guys, it's just they're games on the internet. It's not funny. Don't do this stuff.
It was $1.50. Cost you way more to hire somebody to get a SWAT team out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't understand it. Anyways, wasn't trying to bring everybody's mood down there. Just saw it was a big thing there. We'll go to the next one.
I'm like, I don't even know what to say. It's like so crazy.
Yeah.
That's just, it doesn't make sense. People stop doing that.
It's messed up. It's just the worst part of humanity being shown. I stuff like that you think is funny for a laugh.
You could like accidentally hit someone with your car, and it's involuntary manslaughter, and get less time, or I mean, you get more time than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
Yeah, it seems low. It's a new thing though. Not super new. It's been going on for a few years now, but I don't think the law books have quite caught up to it. But on a lighter note, though, Storm Area 51 has been canceled by its creator. It's not so much gaming news, but it is Facebook, and it cracked me up when I saw this.
Who would have known? Who would have guessed?
I love the little sub caption for it. The big Naruto run is over, or run dream is over. For people who don't know, way back when, event creator Maddie Roberts, basically they created a group called Storm Area 51, where a bunch of idiots on the internet decided it was a great idea they had enough people run onto the Area 51 Air Force Base. They couldn't stop them all. That is very incorrect. And luckily the creator was smart enough to say, hey, we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because we don't want people getting hurt or killed. I know everybody on the internet was really excited, but
it's so stupid.
They take that serious, the military. They don't care if it's an internet prank or whatever. They will not let you on, and they will hurt you.
They can stop you.
Yeah, legally they can stop you with all means available.
They can stop you all very easily.
So it's been canceled, or canceled at least officially, and it's been turned into this big festival called Alien Stock, which honestly sounds way more appealing. That's going to be taking place, I think, straight in Las Vegas, Nevada. They're moving it over there, away from the desert near Area 51. And it should be much better. They're working with a bunch of people. They've got at least 10,000 people who are saying online that they're planning on coming to the event. Alien stock sounds way more fun than storming a military base.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Gotta love the internet.
Yeah. I just can't believe it.
I'm more upset that it's canceled.
You're upset that it's canceled?
Hey, you know,
Richard's like, I was gonna be first in line out there, man. I was ready to Naruto run that whole way in.
I just
for all we know, something that can make everyone's life a million times greater is in there. If
I mean,
sacrifice my life, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's possible, but Apache helicopters exist.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, call me a cynic, call me a skeptic. I don't necessarily believe it is. There's some amazing fountain of youth.
If we're gonna read, though, maybe we should do it for something a little bit more important too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Just going and it's a grilled cheese stand. That's all that's in Area 51. It's like the best grilled cheeses you can get.
Oh, that sounds really good right now.
What if the government was like, okay, like they called our bluff and they just moved everything, so everyone shows up and it's just like an empty warehouse. I'm like, oh shoot.
I think if they had proof of aliens and alien activity, it wouldn't be in the most notorious U.S. military base. It's probably somewhere in Alaska, or you're not going to find it or survive to get to. So, storm Alaska. Let's go. Starting it.
Yeah, that's always been my thought. Like, who would put, if there actually was proof of aliens? Not saying either way. Why would they put it in the place most notorious for it, the most famous spot? Why? Like, if they're seriously trying to hide it, why would you? The logic there astounds me.
That's what I never understood. It's like Tom DeLonge of Blink-182, who used to be in Blink-182. He left his insanely successful band to go live in the desert for 2 years, right outside Area 51, because he became obsessed with it. So, and he still hasn't found any proof, although he did purchase a lot of land and made an alien college and now has a show on the History Channel. It's weird.
Sounds successful to me.
I'm pretty sure Bigfoot stole all the evidence. He's out there hiding in the woods. That's really where they're hiding all the aliens.
That's out in your area.
It is.
Yeah.
That is. And we have some interesting believers out here.
I know. I've been out there.
On to our next topic. Gwent iOS release date has been announced. For those of you who don't know what Gwent is, Gwent was a very popular mini card game that was put in The Witcher 3 some years ago. So popular that almost more people spent time playing Gwent than The Witcher. Anyways, CD Projekt Red came out with a standalone of it a while back. I don't know if it's been put in a full release. I know it's been in beta for a long time. It's been out on Xbox and PC. I don't know if it's on PlayStation, but apparently it's coming over to iOS now. It's coming to mobile, which I think is kind of cool. I always liked Gwent.
It's fun. It needs to be put on Android. I don't own Apple.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
That's where I'd like it to be.
I think it'll do well. I mean, Hearthstone does really well on mobile. Even Elder Scrolls Legends does really well on mobile. It's a good move by them.
Yeah, I always like those card games. They're always fun to play. Gwent's a well-built game coming out of a small little mini game.
Yeah.
I'm always kind of amazed by that, but
with Gwent, is there like constantly new cards coming out to keep it, you know what I mean, like fresh, or is it just in like waves or not?
I cannot answer that because I don't play it consistently enough, to be honest.
I only played in the actual Witcher game, but I do know that the deck is like triple the size of what it was, or what you could get in The Witcher.
Yeah, they added way more cards when it came out, and they changed up some of the mechanics a bit, but I haven't put enough time into it to actually, tell you for sure. I'd imagine they keep adding more games. That's kind of, or more cards. That's kind of how CCGs survive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you keep interest. So I'd imagine they would, but I couldn't honestly know. Couldn't honestly tell you. And then a last little bit of a fun note. Apparently, Keanu Reeves is not a romance option in Cyberpunk 2077. So no kissing Keanu, which I think we're all severely disappointed at.
So disappointed. Have you
I
seen
was
how
looking forward to that.
That could be
So
the
breathtaking.
add it
Can you
in there.
imagine the
CD
kids in
Projekt.
RTX?
Just put it in there, CD Projekt Red, and then make the achievement "You're breathtaking."
Yes.
It'd be amazing.
Yes. I like it. Yeah, I didn't even know there was going to be romance options in Cyberpunk, honestly.
I had a feeling that there would be. They kind of like hinted at it with a couple interviews with CD Projekt Red, but we don't know to the extent. It is the guys who are making The Witcher, so I'm sure that the actual sexual scenes are going to be very well detailed, much like they were in The Witcher. So streamers, be careful.
To the point where I am severely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, skip. Where's the skip button? I'm not emotionally equipped for this.
I actually have a little Spider-Man that I pop up and I put it over nudity in the stream.
There you go.
I actually had to use that with The Way Out, but I did that for The Witcher 3 back when I streamed The Witcher 3 on Twitch before I moved to Facebook. And it's great. Just a little Spider-Man picture that goes around. So you're going to need a lot of those in Cyberpunk, unless they actually have a nudity filter, which a lot of games have now. So we'll find out.
Be good. I'd imagine they will, just because it's a big game. You know, all the streamers are going to be playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to want to see it. I imagine there'll be a filter of some sort.
And then you could just go elsewhere on the internet to watch the clips without the filter.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess we had one last little bit of news. I totally forgot about this because we saw it right at the last second. Apparently they've announced the open beta date for Neo 2, which is going to be going on from November 1st to November 10th, so it's not too far away. Yeah, I know that's a really popular game, so should excite some people.
It excites me. I never played it on stream, but I did go through and beat it. A really fun Dark Souls style game. So if you like really hard games, give it a check out. If you don't like hard games and you like to put it on easy so you can explore, Jace, then go ahead and skip the game. I'm just kidding. Making fun of Jace, what he said earlier.
I know. I do like to play games on easy. When they're big games like that, I like to play them on easy. I just want to see the world. I'm too easily frustrated. If I want difficulty, I play PvP games, which is why I mostly play PvP games. So that's our news for the week. Figured we'd talk a little bit about as we're coming into the fall season. With all the big releases coming out, I figured from here on out, at least throughout the end of the year, we'd talk about all the games that have come out this past week, in case some people have missed them. So first one, which is probably one of the most highly anticipated ones this week, is Borderlands 3.
Go buy it. Just buy it now. You won't regret it. It's very fun. I have like 17 hours in. I'm playing again tonight. Just go get it.
Well, we know Justin's played it. Have you played it yet, Richard?
I haven't. I played Borderlands 2 shortly. I like the game. It's just the games where it's like pick this gun and now you find another one and you don't know which one's better. They're too confusing for me and I'm not patient enough and I get too mad. So
Not a fan of the looter shooters, huh?
I don't know. I don't know if I don't have enough patience to dig into games and learn and figure out like what I actually need. I don't know. I like to die when the game's over. I can just restart and you know what I mean, like Overwatch. As soon as the game's over, it just restarts and that's it.
Here's the trick. You just grab the coolest looking one. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter what it does, just the coolest looking one.
I
That's
currently
the
have
important part.
I currently have a submachine gun where when you reload it, you throw it. It says "shoot me." It bounces towards enemies, and then if you shoot it, it explodes. It's great. I love it.
I like all the content. I like watching people play the game. I just can't play it myself.
Fair
Anthony's
enough.
gun that if you reload it, he throws it and it just yells "ow, ow, ow, ow," and then blows up. It's so good.
Visually, I'll say from what I've seen, like I like the way Borderlands 2 looks. And I like the way that this game looks, but this game looks so smooth. Like it looks so smooth.
Nice, very nice, and it's modernized gunplay, so it feels. Me and Smitch were talking about it. It feels almost on par with Destiny, so it's really good.
Well, fun fact: Destiny actually hired some of the animators and programmers that worked on Borderlands to come help work on some of the gunplay for the original Destiny.
Nice.
So that's why some of it like feels very similar because a lot of those guys have worked hand in hand. I'm sure we could talk about Borderlands all day, but I want to get through these next ones pretty quickly. We had another one come out this week called Blasphemous, which looks like a 2D kind of game. Yeah, apparently it's on PlayStation, PC. I like the art style; it looks really cool. But I have not yet played this one myself.
Neither have I. Nor did I know it came out.
Yeah.
I've seen this.
Kind of a cool looking 2D platformer. Nice little throwback.
Like a Metrovania roguelike game.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, looked pretty good. Our other big launch this week, where we had early access last week. I think we lost Richard.
We did.
Uh-oh. That's no good. Send him another invite quick, make sure he can still get in. Anyways, I kind of had it had an early access launch last week, but officially came out on the 10th after we did our last episode, and that was Gears 5. I've been playing a lot of this.
I'm near the end. There's 4 acts. I'm in Act 3, Chapter 4. So it's super good. I enjoy it. I haven't played any of the multiplayer yet. I've been meaning to. But unfortunately, Borderlands came out, and that's sucking up all of my time.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. I was like, I got to decide between Gears 5 and Borderlands to put my time in, at least for a little bit. And I went with Gears, and oh, the multiplayer feels so good. Feels so good.
I've been meaning to hop in. I might do some of it tomorrow midday because I do like Monday midday solo streams. So that might be where I spend my time. There he is.
And Richard's back.
It said I needed some code now. I don't.
You're real.
Code.
But yeah, Gears is good. If you don't want to pay for it, just pay for a month of Game Pass, and it's on there. So
You get 2 months for $2 right now, I think too.
yeah, for Ultimate.
Yeah, it's very nice. I love Game Pass so much. going on to our next one that's come out this week. I was actually looking forward to this one for a long time. Haven't had a chance to play it yet. I know it's on PC. I don't know if it's on console yet. It's called Greedfall from Focus Entertainment.
Yeah.
Looks so gorgeous. So gorgeous. I really want to play it. It's had at least on Steam, I've been seeing a lot of decent reviews on it. It looks more like a realistic Fable from what I've heard about it. Should I miss Fable?
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
no, I'm just go ahead. I'm just appreciating the beauty.
Yeah, I've had this on my wish list since they announced it. I love the art style. It reminds me of Bloodborne, except meets an actual RPG.
Yeah.
So it looks so good.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've played an RPG that I've actually been like super excited for, and I think I might pick this one up this week. Looks really good.
Yeah.
And then our next couple I will kind of skip through real quick. Just because we don't need to watch video on them because we all kind of know what they look like. eFootball PES 2020 came out as well this week, as well as NASCAR Heat 4 and NHL 20 have all come out this week. So good sports fix out there for anybody who's wanting to race cars, kick balls, smack hockey pucks.
Yeah. Skate on ice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't play any of those. Which is
So that brings us on to our next segment, which is our roundtable question. I had an idea this week, and I was curious what all your guys' thoughts and ideas were. So our question is, if you had an unlimited budget, an unlimited amount of resources, what would be your dream video game to make? Any kind of video game. You don't have to worry about licenses, rights, the cost of the game, who you want to hire on as creative director, any of that. Just what would be your dream video game?
I want a fully open world Resident Evil game.
Ooh.
Except like in the style of the Resident Evil 2 remake with real horror with online co-op.
That would be fun. I could get behind that.
I don't know. I don't know if it would be a dream game. It's just something I feel like I really need now. I just need something like we used to grind on Halo 2 where it felt like I was playing it for more than a skin. Like when you grinded on Halo 2 to get to level 50 and you got there, like it felt like you accomplished something. And I haven't felt that in a battle royale, just trying to get skins. I just
Gotcha.
want some sort of shooter it's not a battle royale, that's for sure. Because I have Apex. If I want to play a battle royale, I have Apex. But I just need something like Halo 2 where I want a shooting game that I can grind in. You know what I mean? That's it.
It just feels good.
I just
feels good to move on.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I think for me, I was thinking about this last week, and I think for me, I would want to make a hero shooter because I love Overwatch, love hero shooters, but instead of custom made heroes, I want them to be 80s action heroes. So you'd have like Schwarzenegger versus like Stallone versus Jean-Claude Van Damme, like all the big action heroes of the 1980s all squaring off against each other.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna need the 90s DLC. I'm too young.
I mean, it would never happen just on the fact alone that getting the licenses, the rights to use everybody's appearance on there would be insanely expensive, even if you got a yes from all of them. But that's what I want. I want to rip off Stallone's head as Schwarzenegger.
So are you gonna do like multiple versions of them? Like they'll have Rambo, or they'll have Rocky, or they'll
Oh
have
yeah, see that's where the skins come in. Like
John
it works right in with the microtransactions and the loot boxes.
So you can
You know?
literally have like eight John McClanes versus eight. I forgot what the name of the guy was in The Fifth Element that Bruce Willis played, but just going at each other, it'd be insane.
Yeah, so you'd have like it wouldn't be the characters from the movies, it would be the actors themselves as the heroes, and then all the different skins and stuff would be from all their different movies.
Just Bruce Willis versus Bruce Willis. That's the dream fight I want to
Yeah,
see.
exactly. It'll I want to play it so bad.
But there's got to be the bonus Danny DeVito DLC for twins. Okay.
Ah, there we go. I could dig that. I just saw that on TV the other day. I was like, oh man, I forgot all about this movie. So ridiculous.
Can't believe they're playing it on TV.
Right? All right. So that's going to bring us to our last segment, which is our rapid fire questions. This is all for you, Richard Photos. We're going to ask you a series of questions you're going to need to answer as quickly as possible. 2 wrong answers, we kick you out forever. 3 right answers, you become Justin's new best friend. You ready?
All right.
All right. What is currently in your fridge right now?
A lot of milk. I got a lot of milk. Got the pre-made taco shells that need to be heated up because that's what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Is tacos, and a lot of Lunchables because my daughter be loving them.
All right. And if you could close one fast food chain restaurant, what would it be?
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. What part of the human face is your favorite part?
Eyes.
Eyes. And if you could wedgie any famous person, who would it be?
Oh, any famous person. Whoever the actor is who plays Tariq on Power, because I hate his character so much.
All right, go for it, Justin.
All right. Mine are riddles. What always ends everything?
The ending.
Nah, G.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
What gets bigger the more you take away?
A negative number.
A hole. What loses its head in the morning and gets it back at night?
I don't know.
A pillow. What is brown and sticky?
A stick.
Yes.
That
Very nice, man. Very nice. You did very well. I think I'll give you a rating of 3 balloons and a star out of 6.
Perfect.
So good job. So that's going to be it for us this week. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Thank you, Rich Photos, for being on. Where can we find you? Got anything you want to plug for us?
Facebook is at Richard Photos 91, and Instagram is the same thing, Richard Photos 91. And if anyone wants to play Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all my accounts are all Richard Photos.
Awesome. And you, Justin?
You can find me over at facebook.com/Psychoscrast, where you'll find me streaming almost every night. You can find me also on Instagram at the Psychoscrast, Twitter at the Psychoscrast, and LinkedIn at the Psychoscrast.
Awesome. And you can find me absolutely everywhere as the Mocking Jace TV, except when I'm off stream stalking the Psychoscrast. Thank you guys for hanging out this week. We appreciate it. Next week, we're going to be having Fighter 9 over from Twitch onto our show. But for now, that's going to be it for us. Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Bye.